Well, the twin issues of diversity and skill shortages are coming very, very close together. And there's obvious solutions, but not all companies are doing it. One that is Airbus UK. And we're with Oriel Petry, who is the Senior Vice President for External Affairs with Airbus UK. Welcome to the programme. Women in aviation, why the heck is business not doing what it should be doing?
Well, I think we are trying to do what we should be doing. This is a tricky subject, and it doesn't start just with businesses, because to get the best people to engineer the most brilliant wings, as we need to for Airbus, you need to have kids who are going through schooling to get the best skills. So it starts really, really young, and it has to be a combined effort between schools and between businesses. Airbus is trying really hard to increase the diversity, not just gender, but diversity in general. And we've seen some real strides that we've made, actually, particularly around changing the way in which we advertise for jobs. So now our apprentices that come in, rather than just having 3% women, this last intake was 20, which is quite a big jump. But that also has to be driven by working closely with schools. And schools don't always invite as many girls as we'd like into the room when we come and talk to them about a career in aviation.
Okay, I find that wonderful that you're actually talking about schools and not just university graduates, because it surely has to come at a very young age that things are changing.
It has to come at a really young age. It has to be all the way through. And unfortunately, for reasons that remain a bit vague, girls in school still are turned off by the sciences and feel that they can't do it, whereas boys naturally are drawn to it. So this is a really, really tricky problem, and it's a long-term problem. But of course, as businesses, what we need to do is to kind of say, how can we encourage women and people from different backgrounds to think about aviation as a career?
Okay, now you've risen through into a wonderful management role. How hard is that, and how do your male colleagues at Airbus UK deal with you?
Well, of course, I've been a bit strange because I just jumped sectors. So I did a little bit of a shortcut. But I do have fantastic colleagues. The lady who's in charge of the most cutting-edge R&D that we do here in the UK, the Wing of Tomorrow, is a female apprentice who's worked herself up from the bottom all the way to the top. I would say in general, I came from another sector that was quite male-dominated. You do, as a woman, need to be doubly convinced that you can do it. You need to be probably a bit more self-aware, and you just need to keep at it. That's sort of the advice that I give younger women, because even the workplace in general, not just aviation, it is at the really top end still quite male-dominated. So it's about confidence, and it's about putting yourself out there and taking a challenge when it's offered to you.
And so having the opportunity to speak to the British aerospace industry, there's a clear message to them, isn't there?
Well, I think there's a clear message to all of us. We kind of need to make it as inclusive as possible. And it's incumbent on all of us.
Well, thank you very much for your time.